Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, welcoming you to another edition of State Police units across the country. Our next unit up is the Connecticut State Police. Probably the easiest in my case, the easiest customized unit out of all the United States. This is the Crown Victoria. This is the Matchbox for Crown Victoria police car. As you notice, we don't have a single vehicle of the Connecticut State Police in any other format for purchase. So what we did was customize them, and this is one of them. We did customize the Connecticut State Police on the Crown Victoria. Did a great job on that. Disregard the number for inventory purposes, but man, nicely done. The sides, detailed the front. Nicely done. Paint job not at its best, but hey, it works. And then put the license plate on as well, and detailed the oval on the top of on the back of the trunk. And detailed the lights. Nicely done. Despite the indifferences, still a very good vehicle to watch and see. Connecticut State Police has very little of any decals at all. Their previous design did have the Connecticut State Police, but it did not look professionally. Well, it looked good, but just not professional enough, I guess, for vehicles. And that's why they did these. They did these practically unmarked. They usually have the State Police on the State Police. Sometimes on the bumper, on the push bar, sometimes on the light bar. They'll have State Police on it. And that's how you can tell it's the State Police. They'll have all these antennas up there on the cars in real life. All those antennas, you'll know who they are on the roads. They're probably the most, less detailed, but the most looked at, the most noticeable police cars around here. You'll know because they'll have about a bunch of antennas. They have more antennas than they do at headquarters. The headquarters have antennas, but nicely done. We threw in a concept vehicle as well, and we're going all over the place, so bear with us. But we threw in a concept vehicle. This is the Dodge Charger. And we actually left part of a tampo on this Hot Wheels Dodge Charger here. Part of the tampo being there. And we created the Connecticut State Police decal for this vehicle. And you'll see why in a moment. But this is kind of a concept vehicle, because they didn't have too many of these. They may have some now, but they didn't have too many of any of these vehicles early on when they started going by the way of being no decals at all on this vehicle. We just wanted to put a decal to add the flair, and like I said, make this a concept vehicle. The Dodge Charger. Detailed in the front, has a push bar in the back. This is the earlier version of our push bar, and it was made of balsa wood. It came from balsa wood material. Detailed the front, detailed the front headlights, detailed the tail lights, added a light bar to it, and kind of took away all but a little bit of the tampos by the doors, and then put Connecticut, and then designed the Connecticut State Police, which is just a font, and it's crest, is unit crest right next to it. Nicely done on the back. We didn't do too much. We did put Connecticut State Police to identify who they are, but even though, like I said, even though they have very little decals on their vehicles, they're still the most highly visible vehicles on the road. Ask me how I know. Haven't only been to Connecticut once. but they were the noticeable ones. And then, like I said, the license plate on the back has Connecticut State Police on it. Nicely done. This is the vehicles you're used to seeing out there on the road. This is one of the earlier designs of the Matchbox Police Interceptor sedan. Painted a metallic color and detailed the front and the back and the headlights after painting. Already had a light bar on it on the top. Just put it back on there. Already had a push bar installed on the front. And boy, we just did it up. This is one of our earlier builds, but this is one of our what we call simple builds. Simple build is just doing the detailing, and that's what we call simple build. No decals almost at all on this vehicle. The only type you see the decals is this for inventory purposes. Is the number for the on top for inventory purposes, but they do have unit numbers on the top as well. This is the earlier version of the Matchbox Police Interceptor sedans that they made. You'll see the kind of their second casting coming up in a minute. It has the Connecticut State Police in the back. We detailed the rear as well. Everything nicely done. I think we even tinted the windows for safety. But nicely done. Nicely done. If we had room, we'd probably put State Police on the light bar. Just like you see on the vehicle, and just like you see on their vehicles. But you could tell at first glance who this unit is if you live in the Connecticut area, especially in the Connecticut area. This is the most likely casting, right? Ooh, just put that up there. Yeah, this is the most likely casting of the Connecticut State Police as well. Let me see. Yep, that's it. It's the most likely casting. As you can tell on this one, the difference between the other one, the other Police Interceptor sedan, and this one is that the light bar is welded together with to the windows. Painted metallic. We was able to find some wheels to put on there because we like those wheels a little bit. It represents a little bit better of the vehicle driven by the Connecticut State Police. We detailed the front, colored in the grille, detailed the headlights and the tail lights and the push bar. Everything nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done. See the back. We even try to color the bumper in between the license plate to detail the lights there too. So nice, we did it twice. Nicely done. The other one has the wheels, has the saucer, a little bit more of a saucer wheel, but not too much. Other than that, they're still unified as Police Interceptor sedans, and they're definitely showing off. Connecticut State Police. Probably the only unit with no identifying decals on this vehicle. On their current vehicles fleet. Nicely done. But yet, like I said, the most noticeable. The most noticeable unit in the Northeast. Next to NYPD. But this is a state police unit that we just showcase in the process. One more vehicle to showcase for you of the Connecticut State Police is the Police Interceptor Utility. This is a Matchbox version of the Police Interceptor Utility, but this is one of the earlier versions, the 2012 version of the Police Interceptor Utility, also known as the Ford Explorer. Now this casting is a little bit more compact to be a Ford Police Interceptor Interceptor Utility or a Ford Explorer, But we used it for the Connecticut State Police because, hey, they don't need decals. They didn't need decals. All we do is paint. All we did was strip it, and then clean it up, paint it metallic. You know, prime to paint it metallic, and then we and then we detailed the heck out of it with the lights and with the headlights and taillights. Connecticut State Police license plate on it. Yeah. Nicely done. And that's the good thing about these vehicles. These vehicles, if you want to put decals on them, you find that it's hard to put decals on it. There's not a lot of canvas to this vehicle as opposed to the new vehicles, the new police interceptors utilities that Matchbox did and retooled it. Yeah. So they are there now, but these details are there, and we still have the vehicles in our fleet. So what better way to give it to a unit than give it to a unit that has very little or no decals at all. Very, very well done. They spruced it up, and now you see a quality police unit vehicle that can be used, and definitely used by the Connecticut State Police. And we made making that fleet. That is great. Outstanding. Very, very well done. Thank you for watching. That's it for the Connecticut State Police. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications of other police units across the country that you want to see as we try to complete this thing. Yeah. Hopefully we get it completed by the end of the year, but if not, it'll spill over for the next couple of days. I think we'll be able to be close to finishing by then. But hey, just stay tuned for watching. We thank you for watching. This many vehicles, if you've gotten this far, more to come. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. We'll see you on the next one.